the the one thing that destroys couples, the one thing that can keep couples together. And I want to continue this series. If you want to work with me, if you have a spouse, maybe you can get them on the line too, and they can join in with us. I think this would be a great time for everybody to be close. If you're going with someone, if you're dating someone, if you are engaged, this is probably a good time too for you to have them to join us here in the prayer room. You are in the prayer room. Bless you, each and every one of you, for joining in with me this morning. I would like for you to tag a few people, share this on your wall, to try to get everybody that we can. We want to get them all connected to the prayer room this week, especially because we are doing a mini series. As you can see, the title is "What Love Got to Do with It." What love got to do, and we know where that came from. So I want to start off right now, really quick here, if we can, if you can here, with a few things, a few pointers, before we get going here. I want you to answer back with me of some of the questions I would like to just first put out there. Yesterday I was asking you first, what is love? And today I want to ask you is, what do you feel that can actually destroy a relationship? What are, just if you could do it in one word, that's fine. What do you feel that can actually destroy or tear up or mess up or break down a relationship? I'd like for you to put it on the screen here real quick here, if you can. The things that you feel that can actually destroy a relationship. Things that you feel that can actually destroy a relationship. Good morning, Sister Johnson. Good morning. I know you guys might have missed me a little bit last night. I'm so glad that Elder Chappelle filled in for me. I've been so busy with the schooling. What do you feel that will destroy a relationship? Yes, miscommunication. Good. We got that. Good. Communication. I think communication has got to be at the top of the list. Communication. So what do you feel that can destroy a relationship, that can break down a relationship? Mean spirit. Oh my God, Sister Katrina, you know that you're right. Mean spirit, meaning that your character can take it out. Lying. Oh my God, we got to go on here. Dishonesty, distrust. I'm hearing it. I hear you talking. Lies, and more lies. So it seems like when the communication is not there, it breaks down the trust. If you're not communicating, I don't know. I can't trust you. I don't know where you at. I don't know where you're going. Cheating. All right, Sister Austin. Cheated. Yes. Yes, cheated. Yes, we will be praying for. We will be praying for Mother. Come on, y'all talk to me. Cause I want to give you some things here as we go back into this subject. This subject, and I put the title out there, and I know you all know where I got it from, so there is no mystery. What does love got to do with it? A relationship. It got everything to do with it. It's got everything. Jealousy will destroy a relationship. Well, jealousy actually have to link on with control. Come on. I didn't see control. Let me ask you this. It's sometimes when a person say that you're in control, are they just trying to justify that they don't want to do anything that you want them to do? Sometimes that's the case. Y'all talk to me. Tell me that. Tell me. Come on. We talking here. We having a little meeting. We having a family meeting here this morning, and we are speaking about relationships. We're speaking about love. We're speaking about what is destroying the relationships, because the ratio now is overboard. The topping is overboard in the church. It had passed the 51% of divorces. The divorce rate is up. The separation rate is up. The marriages are down. People are not getting married anymore, which is sad, because this is something that it's supposed to be. This has been ordained by God that you will get married, and they're living in and openly living in. My dude, my friend, my boo, all this other stuff. Is that your husband, your wife? No, you don't hear that too much. Here's my girlfriend, my fiance. So how long is you going to be fiance? How long are you dating? Or how long are you dating? Oh my God, this is some good stuff here this morning. So we're speaking about some of the relationships issues, and we're speaking about on how what is, and you can put it up there. You can still do it. They're still flowing in here. Commitment. What is one of the biggest things that will cause a relationship to break up, to tear up, to split up, to stop, to put a halt to it? And several people say dishonesty, trust, the trust issue, the lying, the cheating, the communication is not being there. All of these things are like at the top of the list. But nobody really said their children, the blending families, the kids, putting the kids first, putting the friend first. Come on. The attention span, the quality time, that can actually break a relationship up too. You know, quality time, no gift giving, no gratitude, the terrible attitude, no gratefulness. Come on, can I talk to y'all? I'm hitting him. Come on, hit that share button. Hit that share button real quick. Somebody need to hear this. Never buying anything for him. Never doing anything for him. No acts of services. You know, some women, they like it when the man get out the car and they open up the door. When they open up all the doors. A woman shouldn't have to open up the doors, right? Come on. They're breaking their nails and everything, trying to open up doors and all of that. You should do them. You should treat them like a queen. So some of the acts of services. Do they even like wash the dishes, fix or repair something that need to be repaired? Do a little bit of paint job or something, doing some things that's in the households that's just been sitting there for a while, sitting there dormant, and they keep on talking about they're going to get to it. Those acts of services can mean a lot. Sometimes they mean more than anything to another person without having the communication, by them being able to do that. And of course, if you have a relationship, you need to have a good relationship where you come together. Talk about some sex. So that actually can destroy it too when there's a lack of intimacy. When there's lack of intimacy, a relationship start growing apart, because then now you're starting to get paranoid and you're wondering what is going on. Why? I don't look good anymore. I don't feel good to you. I'm not attracted. You're not attracted to me anymore. We can't talk anymore. You stop kissing on me. Come on, we're talking about it here today. You need to understand this. Can I get y'all to like, share, and put this on your wall? Call some friends. Tell them the bishop is in the prayer room and he's speaking about relationships, and we need to find out what really love have to do with it. How important it is for you to love a person, because just like you fell in love, you can fall out of love if you start drying up. If you just start all of a sudden not doing any more things but it took for you to get her, to get him, it's going to also take even more energy to be able to maintain that person up in your life. Why are you so mean? Why are you so angry? You're taking it out on him. You're taking it out on her. What's happening on your job? Now, should you really be coming home with that? Should you really be also now making it his fault because of what you've been said? Somebody said something to you on the way home, or in the parking lot, or in the grocery store. Now, are you taking it out on the person that you love so much that really wants to listen to your problem? But if you giving them the problem, and if you now causing them the problem because you don't know how to separate your job from your home life, then now you got a mess. Because after a while, you're going to start pushing that person away. You're going to start shoving them away, and you don't even realize that person is the person that loved you. That's the person that you've been working with, that's been working with you as well. So you don't want to get into the habit of doing that. Yes, we all have issues, but your issues should not spill over on the people that you love and care for so much and so dearly to you. Now you starting to take it out on them, and you take it out on everybody, not only just them, but don't nobody want to be around you. Don't nobody want to be around a mean person. it is hard. It is hard for you to maintain. You got to walk around on eggshells. Listen, that relationship is almost done. It's almost done. Because if you kick a dog too many times, he'll stop coming home. In fact, he will find him another master. He'll find him another person. He'll find him another person that would love on him. People don't like to be kicked around, be shoved around, tossed around, and less compliments. Less compliments. Affirmation. Can I hit on affirmation just a little bit? When was the last time you've been able to tell the person that you love them, that you care for them, that they smell good, that they look good? Yes. When was the last time you told them that they even look younger? There's something about it. You lost some weight. You're doing some things to really help, because they really are looking for you to say. They're not worrying about the people that's giving them compliments on their job or even at the church or somewhere else down the street. They're not worrying about that. That doesn't concern them. What concerns them is you. What concerns them is you, your feelings, how you feel about them. So now if you pick it up from other people that's around you, then now the communication is having a breakdown. And also then now you are dealing with a trespasser, because somebody along the way is saying some things that's of interest to them because you have dried up. When you stop watering the flower, after a while, it will wither up and it will die. Meaning that the relationship will die. It won't go anywhere when you stop giving. If you are always taking, get this. When you are always taking and never giving, your relationship is already on the brakes. You just did not know it. And before you realize it, you will find out real quick, because nobody, even when we go back to God, because he made us in his image, in the image of God, in the book of Genesis, in the image of God, he made us man and woman. When he made man and woman out of one. He made us in his image, and God don't want you to put anybody else before him. You don't want nobody else before you if you're supposed to be the number one person in their life. You're supposed to be the number one man. You're supposed to be the number one woman. Why is this person always on the phone with this girl? Why is this person always on the phone with this guy? Why is this person always giving everybody else attention but you? Something happened along the way. There needs to be a talk. There needs to be some conversation that's taking place. You can't just walk around like it just is not happening. Something is happening there. There is a breakdown in the relationship when there's no longer an interest in you, in what you are doing in your daily life, and there's no longer a conversation that's going on daily. If you're going 8 to 10 hours and you're not talking to the person that you love, who are you talking to? I hope somebody gets something out of here this morning. This is so important. You need to know this. Don't be naive. Don't be stupid. You're not that busy. You got breaks on your job. You got a lunch break. You're not picking up the phone and you're not even calling them. How do you think that person's going to feel after a while? If they got any sense, they got to wake up to the fact that the interest is starting to dry up. The well is drying up. Catch on to it. Come on, listen. I want to talk about the top 10. Now I have listed here 10 reasons why relationships fail. 10 reasons. If y'all want to write this stuff down, come on, you can do this. Yes, thank you, Sis Monique. Thank you. One of them is, and you've already mentioned, the trust issue. Lack or the loss of trust is one of the most harmful, contagious to a couple's long-term success. Trust. And let me tell you something. When you break the trust with whoever you're dating, the one that's broken the trust, you have to be accountable. Accountability now has got to hit your brain cells. It have to hit your wave there. Your accountability. If you didn't cheated, if you didn't messed up, if you didn't got you a boo on the side, some kind of girlfriend, boyfriend, if you didn't did it yourself, then now accountability. So don't get mad when they ask you where you been. What's going on? Why did you take so long? What's happening here? You didn't call me all day. It's the trust. It's the trust. When you build up a reputation that you cannot be trusted, sometimes, and most of the time, the relationship is already over. Most of the time, the relationship is already over. It's just kind of laying dormant, and you're just hanging on to it. You're just hanging on because you're just waiting for the next person to come out. You're trying to not move too quick. You're trying to not move too quick, but you need to move. You need to move because the trust, when the trust issue is broken, that's got to be the number one. The number one issue in a broken and a failed relationship is trust. Now let me ask you this. Can God trust you? Can God trust you to serve him? Can God trust you, to love on him? Can God trust you to show up like you're supposed to? Look how we're talking about here. Look how we're talking about here. Look how important this thing is. Can God trust you? Can God trust you? How many times have you broke the relationship with God? Because if you break a relationship with God and you don't have, and if he can't trust you, how can you expect for people that's in the world to really trust you? When God has given you another chance over and over again and then you failed to step up, how many more chances and opportunities will you have? All right, we're gonna leave that alone for right now. We're gonna keep that right there. The number two is different expectations. Different expectations that breaks down the relationship, because we know that opposites do attract. But when some people have goals and expectations on what they want to do, and if another person is pulling against their goals for their goals, then you're going pretty much in two separate directions. All right, different expectations. Number three, moving through life at different speeds. At different speeds. I'm going a little bit faster than you. You can't catch up with me because come on, it's time for us to go up here. You still here. We need to be together in what we do. And so with that being said, you have to think that it have to do a lot of the communication, that it's not there. It's not getting through. It's not getting through. That's when you see in a relationship that one person is real lazy, lethargic. They can't do it. They can't move. They don't want to move. They ain't trying to move. They're happy with where they're at. And then you got a person that has ambition. You got a person that's inspired. You got a person that's a motivator. You got a person that is a visionary. Come on. You're pulling them behind. You're causing problems. It's time for you to step up to that individual so they can be able to move forward. Because when couples work together, things start happening. They start moving forward. They start moving forward. Different expectations also reflect upon when a person is trying to get a house, when a person is trying to get a car. What are you doing to get your credit scores up? Because I'm getting married together. Are you working with me? I need to see yours. We're supposed to be as one. We need to connect as one. Your expectations is different. I guess you're happy with where you at. I want to move out of this neighborhood. You want to stay there. They done robbed us already once. People looking at us crazy. You got drug dealers down the street. So my expectation is to get out of here. So what are you doing to save your money? I haven't seen anything. Where's your account at? You know, when a person has different expectation, it causes them to divide. It causes a separation. It causes a separation in a relationship. The expectations is different. You are not a visionary. You're not a dreamer. You're not motivated. You started out that way. You fooled me. You didn't tell me the truth. I thought my expectations now is totally different from you because you hoodwinked me just to get me. Now I done jumped the broom with you, and now look where you at. And you happy with this. It's time for you to get a job. All right? Combative. Compatibility, communication issues. And we talked about the communication issues. When they have communication issues, is huge right there. Because when you have communication issues, then now you now are not talking. And when a person is not talking, what is happening there? Everything else is happening different around them because they're not talking. They're not talking. They're not communicating. When they stop talking, different priorities, which is different expectations. So we did that. Number 2, moving through life at different speeds. We talked about that. That's number 3. Number 4 is compatibility issues. Relationship compatibility is large topic worthy of a full volume of its own. My books, my relationship is when a person is compatible. Your speed is so slow, and we're not being able to connect. You don't see the signs of what I really want from you. You don't see what I'm hungry for. You don't want to go into that direction. Come on, let's go out to a movie. Let's do something. No, I just want to just do this. So now we're not compatible. We're not being able to connect. So the connection has got to be there. Connection, when the connection is not there, and you should be able to see the signs real quick of connection. Are you fun? Is the person fun? And can they crack some jokes? Or are they serious all the time? It's hard really dealing with a person that's serious all the time. I'm not serious all the time. I'm sorry. And my wife, she knows that. So, every now and then I'm going to crack some jokes every now and then. I got the biggest joke cracker on here right now, which is my brother Ben. He is a comedian and he's hilarious. How you doing, bro? So communication, compatibilities, issues. Number 5 is communication. Number six, let's go to number 6. Relational abuse. Relational abuse, meaning now for the purpose of writing, relational abuse is defined as repeated mistreatment individuals, and this don't have to be physical abuse. That's what we're dealing with. It don't have to be physical, because if it's physical, you need to get up out of there. You need to leave. You need to say, I'm out, I'm gone, leave everything, go. Get out of it, get out of it. When they're going to work, you need to get in that car, drive, find you another place to live, because if you're getting beat up, there's no love there. Love does not hurt. Love does not hurt. Come on, y'all need to catch on to this. Love does not hurt. So as we speak about, I believe it's number 6. Number 6 is relational abuse. Relational abuse. So it doesn't have to be physical. It could be mental. The mentality, when a person is belittling you, when a person is being sarcastic and acting like you have no scruples, you have no brain. That's terrible. That's terrible. When a person is really damaging your self-esteem, you can't feel good about yourself because they don't feel good about you, and they making you feel terrible. So that is abusive. Mentally, emotionally, trying to keep you down. And let me tell you something, brothers and sisters, if you ever get married, and if you're capable of working and capable of being able to go back to school, get your degree, get your stuff together, just in case, you don't never know what's going to happen. Don't depend upon that woman's money. Don't depend upon that man's money. Things separate. People get in control. They can be abusive in their control attitude and control spirits and control mind and control atmosphere. You don't have to deal with that. You do not. You got to be, look, in your relationship, this is why you have to be able to check out all the warning signs, all of the signs. Sometimes the signs is right in your face. Don't be so blind in love that you cannot see the forest for the trees. Don't you be so blind in love that you've been misled and hoodwinked to the extent. Check some things out. And I've said this before. Go ahead, do a credit check. Find out where they live. Find out if they're working. Call that job. Is so-and-so there? Oh, he's not. No, he didn't come in. No, we don't know the name. Find out. Is that their mama's car? Find out. I hope I'm helping somebody here this morning. I want to help you. I want to help you because we're living in a different day and time where things are just hid under the blankets, hid under the chairs, and sometimes you'll never be able to find them. Go to their walls. If they have an Instagram account, if they have a Facebook account, because people will show you who they really are. Their pictures not only will show, but their scripting will show. Their words will show. Whatever they're involved in, after a while, it's going to come out. Google their name. Google it. Do whatever you got to do, but don't fool around and get deep involved in a relationship where you can't get out, where you feel like you're trapped, that you were so blind, that you put blinders on your eyes and you just misstepped and you seen the red flags and you seen what was going on and you decided to still go all in. You decided to still go all in. Yesterday we was talking about pursuing yourself for love, but I want to stick with this topic here. Number 6, we mentioned relational abuse. And sometimes people could do it, and they do it in the name of love, and they do it and say that they didn't take their medication. The devil is a liar. You didn't tell me about medication when we first started out. You didn't tell me that you had to see a psychiatrist every 2 or 3 times a month. No. You are okay. You just want to use that now as an excuse to keep on doing what you're doing to me. No, I'm not your boxing bag. I'm not your person that you talk to any kind of way. Wake up! Wake up. I'm helping somebody here this morning. I believe that I am. Because relationships is very serious. If you want a long-term relationship, you got to make sure that you take your time. Take your time so you won't have no hiccups in it. So number 7 is life habit abuse. Life habit abuse are traits which, although may or may not directly involve the partner, but such as secret gambling addictions, gambling, other abusive stuff that they're doing, chemical. They're smoking the weed. You didn't even know it. You can smell it. You can see it. They're drinking. They're doing stuff that they didn't share all of that stuff with you. That they have life habits abuse. They're stealing. They're embezzling money. They have felons. They have misdemeanors. I hate to tell you all this stuff. You didn't even look it up. Didn't even Google their name. No, honey, I don't want to Google their name. No. You see them biceps and triceps. He's 6'4". He looks good. He looks fine. And he's got a trail of issues, of problems. Don't be naive. Know your worth, brother, sister. Know your worth. And I ain't just talking about the sisters and talking to the sisters. I'm talking to the brothers as well. Know your worth. Know how much you are a child of God. You are a royalty. You sitting at the royal table. Why are you settling for paper plates when you should be having a plate? You should be having china. Wake up. Know your worth. Be nosy. Be nosy checking them out. You supposed to check them out. Because they become exposed. They come exposed to you, your kids, your surrounding, your mother, your grandmother, your grandfather, and uncles. And let me tell you something. They know. Some of these older folks, they know, and they look at they checking out everything. They checking out the shoes, the teeth, the hair. They checking out everything. You supposed to check out everything too. Is that an artificial arm? Is that your real leg? I mean, come on, somebody. Y'all want to talk to me this morning. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Are you really that tall? You wearing stats? I don't know. You need to know. You need to know what you're dealing with. You need to know what you're dealing with these days. Is that your car? Is that your uncle's car? Is that your mama's car? Did you rent it out? Are you're using this credit card quite a bit? You got a gold card? My goodness. Man, you must have a great job. Are them leathers or they just plastic shoes that you got? Them vinyls or leather? So, you ain't got to say all of this, but you need to know. You need to know. Why expose yourself in a relationship with a person? Why expose yourself in a relationship and continue to date that individual? You got to be honest, straight up. If they got bad breath, give them some mints. They should catch on by then. They should. They really should catch on. They should. Why you gonna go for the rest of your life and just ignore that breath now? All the time you be with them, you smelling corn, and it's not smelling too good. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm trying to help somebody. I'm trying to help y'all. So So number 7, life habit abuse. Life habit abuse. So meaning they've been abusing themselves throughout their life, whether it be smoking, whether it be drinking, whether it be gambling. They spending all their money somewhere. Then now they have nothing, and then they looking for you to give them something. Can I borrow some money? Watch the people that's all. If they start off borrowing money, they're gonna end up borrowing money. If they start off begging and pleading, they're gonna end up. Come on, watch it. Be mindful of these things. I just need $10. So it starts with $10. And then 3 months down the line, you know what? I need $100. My rent is due. And you ain't got no, where's your job? Where is your job? Where's your job? You know, are you just getting up and going down the street to the coffee shop? Or are you getting up and going to work? All right. So look at this. Now number 8 is grown apart. Boredom, stallness, root. So if any of these 4 terms written above, we're speaking about these terms here, we've grown apart. If you've grown apart, if now boredom then set in because there are no more interests, or boredom then set in because it started off looking good. Everything that look good don't mean that it's good. I'm putting that out there. Everything that look good don't mean that it's good. Just because it sound good, just because it look good, don't mean that it's good. This is why it takes time for you to communicate with the person and find out really what this person is all about. You know, what this person is all about. I want to put this one in there real quick. Number 9, but I want to spend more time with growing apart because it doesn't start like right away. The growing apart, it takes a little bit of time when you start seeing that you're starting to grow apart because it has the lack of interest. The communication is starting to break down. The affirmation is starting to break down. You know, the being able to gift giving is breaking down. And now the appeal is not there anymore. So then you start growing apart. This is why I mentioned about far as those other attributes about a person, their look, their smell. I mean, you wearing cheap cologne and then all of a sudden it'll wear off in 20 minutes into our conversation. You just got here. It's not so then now we can try to tell. We can kind of tell that you don't like spending money. So then now we still gonna have a little bit of issue because then now you're cheap. Because some people are cheap. They budget and they say that they trying to save up for something. What are you saving up for? I like to find out because that's great. If you saving up for something, but you should not be cheap. You should be able to want to spend some money on the person that you love and that you care for. You find out that they're not cheap, then you can't be cheap no more. You can't be cheap no more because then now you got a cheap date, you got a cheap relationship, and then most of your life, all you're going to hear is it costs too much. It costs too much. We're not going to be able to get it. We can't do it. It's one thing when you have a budget, but then there's another thing when you have the money that you can spend it and you are saving and you just want to be downright cheap because then now you're being selfish because in a relationship, and I want to get to that. Number 9 is not only you have to be selfless. You have to be selfless. To be able to have a strong relationship, you're going to have to put yourself on the back burner at times and be able to connect with the person that you're talking to and communicating with. It can't just be more about you. It's got to be about them. Now, wake up here now. Now, if the person that you are giving your heart to, giving things to, helping out, being able to give, now I'm talking to the givers now, and then you never see anything receptacle or coming back, or if you never see a better, with a great attitude, showing gratitude, an attitude with gratitude, when you never see that, it's going to cause problems. That's what we're going to number 9. The attitude with gratitude. When a person is never grateful and you're doing for them and you point out to them when they're not grateful to you, that is going to be a problem. That's going to be an issue. That's going to cause you to turn the faucet off. That's going to cause you to turn the faucet off when it's not receptacle. And when you never see it like coming back to you. Huh? It's better to give than to receive. You know what it is here. Better to give than when we give, we have great expectation that we will receive. When you sow a seed, just like even in the church, it's the same way. When you sow a seed, you expect for God to bless you. You expect for something to come out of that. When you never sow, you don't have no expectation. When people never give in the church, they can't expect anything. They can't expect nothing because they never give. When you never give in a relationship and you always take it, Why are you trying to expect now? You can say that you spoiled and all these other different things. He done spoiled you, she done spoiled you. That stuff is going to wear down, bro, man, sister. I'm telling you right now, if you don't learn to be able to step up and give out of your heart, give out of your heart. And the person that's giving, make sure that you give it out of your heart. And some would say, well, you don't have to expect anything. After a while, you may not at the beginning, at the front end of it. But later on, when you finally realize that you're the only giver in this relationship, and that person is the taker, that's going to stop. After a while, that's going to stop. I hope y'all catching on to this. Somebody need to catch on to this. We speaking about relationships, and we talking about this morning what love got to do with it. It's got everything to do with it. Love is the glue to your relationship. Love is the glue to keep your relationship together. To keep your relationship together. I don't even know if I got to number 10. Did I get to number 10? Y'all talk back to me. Because if we didn't get to number 10 is money issues. Money issues. Money issues will destroy a relationship. Money issues will cause a relationship to fail. Will cause a relationship to fail. Do you hear me? Y'all, do you hear me? Money issues, financial dilemmas. You spending your money crazy over here. You spending your money. And sometimes, even if you got the money, it's one thing when you don't have the money. That can really be a bear within itself. But when you got the money and you spending it crazy, when you spending money crazy, when other things need to be done, you up here, you spending money on purses, shoes, and clothes when we got a light bill due, we got a gas bill due, and our cable about to get cut off, telephone about to get disconnected. When you spending money crazy, that is going to cause a breakdown, serious breakdown in relationship real quick. Real quick. And this also falls right back into communication, because communication with each other knows what you're taking out of the account. Communication knows that if I'm going to the grocery store, both of us should not come home with eggs and milk and cheese, because we've been able to communicate. Communication would tell you that, listen, there's $200 in the account right now. I want to go and get so-and-so. No, baby. I wrote a check out for over $200 to make sure that I pay this so-and-so. See, communication will cause that to cease. But when you're not communicating, back to whoever put up communication is the key. Now we get to talk about, if you really love a person, you're going to talk to them. If you really love that person, you are going to communicate with them. You're going to talk to them. You're going to make sure that everything is on the up and up. I mean, you may overkill. You may overcall. So what? So what? You love them. You're not ashamed of it. You're not embarrassed about it. You love them. You care for them. You want to make sure that they're safe. You want to make sure that they're in the right place at the right time. You want to make sure that that communication is there. It's the same thing with God. It's the same thing with God. You don't have no communication with God. After a while, God is being put on the back burner. And when you're communicating with everybody else besides God, you already are in trouble. You already are in trouble. I need you to like, share, and invite. I hope somebody's able to get something out of this morning. So when we speak about it, I believe I hit number 10 is money issues. Money issues. Because money issues is huge. It's huge. There are some common things, and I'm going to just go down the list real quick, and I'm going to let you go. I promise you. It is late. It is late. It's getting late. So look at this. Look at this here. And I want you to like, share, and invite. Are you all putting this on your wall? Somebody needs some help with this. Somebody needs some help with this. So there are several other reasons why relationships fail. Now we can talk about how we're gonna keep them together tomorrow, but there are several other reasons, and I want to put this out here to you. I want to help you out with this if I can. You withdraw during arguments. You withdraw during arguments, and I'm not a fan of arguments, but I think sometimes arguments is okay. You need to argue every now and then. You need to get it off your chest. You just need to get it off your chest. It's bothering you. You walk around talking to yourself. When you withdraw from the arguments and it's not settled, then it's still there. You got to find a time. Timing is important. You got to find a time to be able to revisit That argument that never got settled. Because when it's not settled, it's coming up again. It's coming up again. It's just like when you don't pass your test, you got to take it over again. When you don't settle your arguments, it's coming back up again. So that's one of the things. Can I go down here real quick? Are y'all taking notes here? When you're not on the same page, and I mentioned that already. Number two, another thing, when you hold your partner to an unrealistic standard, you holding me up to something that I'm not. You can't make a person be something that they're not. You cannot. You cannot. You can have a happy medium, but you cannot make a person be something that they do not even want to be. And grown folks, as they get older, they get more stern. When a person gets older, they get more wiser. Okay? Now, number 4 is you're afraid of being alone. You're afraid of being alone. So when you look at failures of their relationships right now that is actually still together because they just don't want to be alone. They're not really in love anymore, but they just don't want to even test the waters of being alone because they've been together for so long. And it's a sad thing. So you're afraid of being alone. You're afraid of being alone. Number 5 is you rely on body language to convey your feelings. That means now you're not communicating. So now you're relying on your body language, your rolling of the eyes, your flaunting your hands, and all these other different things. You're storming out the door. You're closing the door really tight. You're saying some things. You're not even talking, but it's just your body language, just your whole demeanor. When the person is talking to you, you're looking up in the sky. You're looking up in the sky. So we're looking at the failure. The failure. They both looking up in the sky. Everybody looking up in the sky. It's not up there. I'm here. I'm down here. So we rely on body language. Number 6. I think I'm at number 6. You compare your relationship to everyone else. That's the worst thing to do. You don't know what the Joneses is going through. You don't know what everybody else is going through. You don't know. You don't know. You only see what you see. Just like I tell people with Facebook, it's a face on a book of people's faces. They smile. They show you a nice dress, nice outfit. They say things that you don't even know if it's true. And we compliment, we like them or we don't like them. Some people, they do anything for a like. Do anything. They go crazy over just to get a like. Oh, let me see how many likes I got. You look crazy. All right. So number 6 is you compare your relationship to everyone else. These are failures. This causes failure. You refuse to compromise. You refuse you're stubborn. And when you're in a relationship and you're real stubborn and you stuck on something, it could cause your marriage. It could cause that fiance to leave, to walk out. It could cause that relationship to break up because you can't be stubborn. Now you are dealing with another person. You can be stubborn with yourself, but when it comes down to the other person that you are talking to, that you're communicating with, you got to be able to be flexible. You got to be able to be flexible. You need to listen. And that's a hard thing. That's a hard thing. And I'm not perfect at it. Y'all, I don't want y'all to think that I'm Mr. Phil, Dr. Phil up on this station here today. I'm not perfect by any means. God, by the grace of God, have caused me and my wife to be together and to be married for over 37 years. And it's only by the grace of God, because it's not been a bed of roses. We argue, we have heated fellowship, we talk, we pray, we cry, and that's all about relationships. That's all about relationships. That's all about being in a wholesome relationship, and it should be that way, where you're able to communicate. You're able to communicate, because there's a lot of people that can't communicate like that. And when you are inflexible and you're full of pride, it will never work. It will never work, because somebody's going to get sick and tired of it, and they're going to finally wake up. The alarm is finally going to go off. And they're like, I can't live the rest of my life like this. Like this. All right? So number 7 is you refuse to compromise. You refuse to compromise. You refuse, and I want to add to that, you refuse to have a happy medium. Because you need to come halfway. All right, so you want me to do that? Okay, good. Can you do this? All right. Okay, we're good. Let's walk away and feeling good. Most of the time, that doesn't happen when a person is full of pride. Pride will destroy a relationship real quick. Real quick. Arrogancy, because remember now, pride is all about self. When a person is very proud, they're all about what they want. All about what they want to see done. All about me, myself, and I. They're not even thinking about the other. I'm surprised that when a person is real proud that they could even get in a relationship. But they can. They can, because the other party is kind of like, all right, you know what? Passive. Don't even want it. I'm choosing to pick up my arguments. This is not worth it. But you got to stockpile. Because after a while, it's a stockpile. If you keep on giving, after a while, it's going to hit the road. It's going to hit the map real quick. And it's not going to be nice. When a person is holding in, they become almost like a pressure cooker. After some type of way down the line, you're going to blow your top. And it's not going to be nice. And it could be in front of your friends and family. It could be at the family reunion. It could be at church. It could be at your job. After a while, you're going to do it. That's why you got to take care of those little things that keep on breaking up or busting up in your relationship that's really bothering you, that's hindering you. You need to take care of it, and you need to let it go. You need to take care of it, and don't go back no more with it. Don't go back no more. Don't be that type of person that's just nagging, talking about something that happened last year, and you still talking about it this year, and you can't get past it. You cannot be that person, because you'll never make it in your relationship. You'll never make it. All right, so you don't express your emotions similarly, and that's number 8. When you don't, when your emotions is not, and you can see the disconnect when a person is not being able to catch on. So then now you will say some things, and you're gonna say some things out of content, and you're gonna say some things that is brutal, and you're gonna spit out some stuff that's really not so nice, because you could tell that you're not connecting. You're not able to see each other eye to eye. And that's number 8. So number 8 is you don't express your emotions similarly. All right. Number 9 is you see your partner as inferior. As inferior. You see your partner as an inferior aspect of things. Having contempt for your partner is one of the behaviors there. But when you see them as inferior, you see them to behave with contempt and criticism and defensiveness and divisiveness and stonewalling. And then he measured and perceived and perceived the relationship satisfaction and found that the behavior was over 90% successful in predicting divorce. That's when you talk about you're on the brakes. When you see that your partner is inferior, when you see that your partner is behaving with contempt, criticism, defensiveness all the time, divisiveness. Can I add to that? I want to add to that. And unapologetic, never remorseful. When you see these signs, you're at the end of the map. You're getting really close. When you dealing with a person that never apologize, never say that they're sorry, never feel like they've done anything wrong, always you have done it. They're not concentrating on their self. When they're very selfish. God bless you, Elder Paula, man. Man, thank you for joining me, man. We're speaking about relationships, man. I was just talking a little bit. I was just hitting a little bit on the relationship. When you find that happen, number 9, when you see that this thing is happening there, and if you're not married, you have a chance right there to break it off. When you see the defensiveness, the criticism, the contempt, when you see the stonewalling, every time that you get to talking, they're not even allowing you to talk. They're not allowing you to express yourself. They're not allowing you to be able to say anything. Now you got to listen to them every time. They rant off, and then they walk away, and they didn't even give you a chance to even, express your feelings about the whole situation. 90% of the time, they're headed for a divorce. 90% of the time, they're headed for a divorce. So that's number 9. Number 9. You see your partner that as inferior. That's important. That's important stuff. Number 10 is you take your anger out
on each other.
This is another one. This is another one. I know we don't like to hear the negativity about why the relationships fail. We like to talk about on how to keep them together. But I think today we need to talk about a little bit on why they're failing. So in the church, it's terrible now. The divorce rate is up all over the place. And nobody wants to hardly get married. And they're living in. This is why they ended up failing, because of the fact it's a selfish thing. More and more stuff that I'm reading, it sounds like it's a more individual thing. And people going to their own individual TPs. But did you notice everything that I've been reading here, it didn't include God in it. And I'm showing you something too. Why they're really failing is because they're not including God in it. And when they start putting God on the back burner, you already are in trouble. If God is not one of the strings, because it takes 3 strings. And my wife will tell you too, she's really good at this. Being able to, if you're going to braid somebody's hair, you need 3. If you have 2, it's going to fall apart. So when it takes 3 strings to make it tight. To keep your relationship tight, God's got to be in the center of it to keep it going. And we used to always say it, and you see it in some people's house, a family that stays together prays together. When you stop praying, and when you stop fasting, and when you stop trying to work it out, me and my wife, when we feel that definitely that we need to pray, we join hands and we pray. When there's a time for that. Sometimes people don't want to do it. There ain't no time for that when you're in the middle of the heat of the battle. No, you're not going to be praying right around there unless you settle down. All right. So number 10 is you take your anger out on each other. That's number 10. This is some of the things that why the failure. You holding on to the past. That's another reason why relationship fail. When you hold on to the past. Number 11. When you hold on to the past. I'm just going to go through this real quick. Number 12 is you have trust issues. Number 12, you have trust issues. And when a person has trust issues, they want to see your phone. They want the ID to your phone. They want to get your finger. They'll catch you when you're sleeping. Take your finger. When you have trust issues, you don't trust the person, you're paranoid. So that's already going to destroy your relationship, because then now you're wondering, are you the only one that's being held? So you have trust issues. That's number 12. Number 13, you love alcohol, but your partner doesn't. So how can 2 walk together unless they agree? The book of Amos, the 3rd chapter, the 3rd verse. That question was asked. How can you walk together unless you agree? You got to be on the same page. Number 14, your relationship is full of secrets. It's full of secrets. And sometimes it is not always that you cheating, you got somebody on the side, somebody is a trespasser. It can be full of other secrets, things that you're doing that is wrong, or things that you're doing that the other partner doesn't know about it. Because remember, oneness is you should be working together. So why so many secrets? Why so many secrets? Usually when there's secrets like that, not only is the whole trust thing then broke down, but there's some things that you're hiding, that you should not be hiding with the person that you say that you love forever and ever, that you want to spend your life with forever and ever. So why are you hiding something? That's number 12. All right. I can't spend a whole lot of time on these things. No, that's number 14, I think. Number 14. Number 15 is you never take any blame. You never take any blame. You don't do no wrong. You are perfect. Number 14. Number 15. Number 16. Number 15. That was number 15. You never take any blame. Number 15. Number 16 is you're not empathetic. If a person is going through, if a person just lost their loved one, you shows no empathy. You don't care. When a person, if they lost a house, they lost a car, they lost bankruptcy, anything, in a car accident, you're not empathetic. You don't care. All you care, there's another selfish move. Number 17, your relationship lacks respect. Your relationship lacks respect. I know you all can't stay with me here today. I'm well past my time. But I got to get this stuff out. If you can hang on in there, you keep on liking and sharing, somebody else will join in. But number 17, your relationship lacks respect. And when I speak about lack of respect, why are you on the phone? Why are you supposed to be there at least spending a little bit of quality time with your spouse or with the person that you love? Why are you texting all the time when you're with that person that you care for, that you love? While you're on the social media, you got to spend some time. I hate to bring up Oprah Winfrey, but she talked about some couples only spend 18 minutes together, and married couples speaking about only be able to communicate for about 18 minutes. Well, at least give them that 18 minutes. If that's the only time that they're going to have with you and see you before you hit the road again, or before you leave, or before you have to go to work again, spend a little bit of time at least communicating with them. Ask them, how was your day? How's everything going with you? Are you feeling better? Do you still have a headache? What's going on with you? Did you go see the doctor? I mean, just common conversation. Common conversation. Don't unload everything that happened on your job. If it's something serious that happened on your job, go ahead and unload it. And the person, you need to listen to them, because it must have been pretty serious, and maybe you need to hear it and give them some advice on which direction they should go on the next round. Hopefully they'll listen to you. Hopefully they will take your advice. Hopefully they will. But you should not be trying to unload everything upon them all the time. It should be about you and them. There should be a little bit of time throughout the day where you could be able to talk about how you feel, what's going on with you. Not just you, but what's going on with you. You know what I mean? Not so much with that person. If they spilling out all their beans, then it's time for, let's take turns. Let me tell you about my day then. My day may not be as interested as yours, but I did have a day, and I thought about you today. All these things is important in your relationship. All these things are important. And it is very disrespectful. I'm going to go even farther than that. Number 17, it said your relationship lacks respect. It lacks respect and is very rude. When you're on the phone and your spouse is right there in the house, I think it's rude. Get off the phone. Talk to them some other time. You're going to be out of their face in a little bit. You're going to go to work in a little bit. Talk in the car before you get home. Do something else, but give them that respect. Give them that respect. You talk to girlfriend, she don't care that he's in the house. He don't care that she's in the house. You gotta care. You gotta care. It's not their responsibility. It's your responsibility to speak up every now and then and say, you know what? I'm home with my husband. I'm gonna give him, I need to talk to him. And not even so much I need to fix the dinner for him, or I'm home with my wife. You know what? I'll talk to you later a little bit. Or join in. Put it on speakerphone. Everybody can have it. Everybody can talk to you. Everybody can talk to you. Then it's not rude then. Then it's not rude. Let everybody join in. I hope somebody catch on to this thing. This is pretty deep. And it's needed in the body. It's needed in the body because we don't realize through the course of day what is causing the breakdown of our relationship. That lack of respect is huge. That rudeness is huge. You don't need to be rude. Number 18, a big life event rocked the relationship. A big life event rocked the relationship. A big life event. Come on. A grief can rock your relationship. The death of somebody in your family. The death of a child can rock your relationship. The death of your mother can rock your relationship. Your father, the person that you was really close to, and you don't even realize it, that you're taking it out on the person that you love now because there was nothing that they could do about it. This thing that rocked this relationship now, that you was now not able to get yourself together and get past it and get over it. God bless you. Thank you, Sister Monique. Thank you. Thank you for your gift. Thank you for your love. So it rocked the relationship. I want to stop with this, but I want to try to finish. If y'all can hang on in here with me today, we're going to finish this thing. A big life event rocked your relationship. Your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your child, your son, your daughter, your auntie, your uncle, your niece, your nephew. Any of these aspects can rock a relationship because then now they're no longer there. And you still had some love for them so deeply. You didn't realize how deep the love was for them. And then you kind of forgot. But the main person that you love is right in front of you. It's right in front of you because they always been in front of you. You can't take that person for granted. You cannot take the person for granted that's in front of you because of something happened that you had no control of and they didn't have it neither. They didn't have no control of what took place. It was all part of life. It was the process of life. I want somebody to put it up there. The process of life. The process of life. We go through a process of life where if we study our scripture, he said that we will die. We will go out of here. So we got to be able to shake ourselves, get over it, get past it. That's what God told Joshua. Moses is dead. All right, you cried long enough. It's time for you to get up. Pull yourself together and do not do harm to the people that's still living around you. That's still living around you. And I know it hurts me when I deal with my son's situation, but I have to realize I do have a daughter that's still here. Still have a daughter that's still here. So I got to still love on her. And I treat her like she's not here. All right, I hope somebody caught on to that. So that is one of them. Come on, I'm almost finished. Y'all hang on in there with me. Hang on in with me. I see my numbers going down, but that's okay. Number 19, you don't trust your spouse with money. Don't leave that alone because we already talked about the money thing. Number 20, you only think about yourself. Number 21, you don't express gratitude. If a person buys something for you, you need to, I'm not saying that you gotta, keep on thinking. Every time you see them, thinking. I know it wears down after a while when they do stuff for you. But if they give you a gift, say thank you. If they give you something, say thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Say thank you. Open up your mouth and say thank you. People love it when you say thank you. I try to treat my grandkids the same way. Number 22, you rely on your partner for validation. 23, you keep trying to change your significant other. You keep on trying to change it. Why are you trying to change it? You know how they are. Why are you trying to change it? 24, you don't forgive or forget. You don't even forgive or you don't forget neither. You got to get past it. 25, and I'm going to stop at 25. You don't go out on dates anymore. You stop having dates. So then now you're just looking at each other in 4 walls. And most of the time, you probably watching television, looking at TV or whatever, eating at home. So you don't want to go out because at least when you go out, you could just be able to communicate with each other at the table. I hope somebody catching on to this today. If this has been a blessing to you, use the Cash App. We have a special going on. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a special as well. And I don't know what's going to happen Friday. We'll see what's going to take place this Friday. Okay? So, but we're going to continue with this love thing. We're going to call it the love thing this week. And what love's got to do with it? Why is relationships breaking up? Why are we not coming together like we're supposed to in the body of Christ? Precious Lord, in the name of Jesus, we thank you, Lord, for this session here this morning. We thank you, Lord, for blessing us here to be alive. We thank you, Lord, for keeping us, watching over us. Help us, Lord, with the couples. Help us, Lord, as relationships start. And those that single, help them, Lord, that they be able to be watchful and vigilant. And those that's married, that they be able to hold it together and walk with temperance and walk in the vocation of you and not feel degraded, put down, low down, or feeling like they've been abused. Lord, help us, Lord, that we love on each other like we're supposed to. In Jesus' name, amen. I didn't talk so much. It's hard for me to pray now. I'm about knocked out here. And I appreciate you all for being patient. I wanted to get that through here today. We're just trying to keep it all together. We're trying to keep it together. If this has been a blessing to you, use the Cash App. Use that Cash App if you can. Here this morning, I appreciate it. I'm not ashamed to tell you. Thank you so much. Love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.